Hello, hello, and welcome, family. Thank you so much for joining me today on Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. I pray that you all are doing well and that blessings are pouring your way. So, I'm doing something different this time. And look at my little cue card that I have. It's my old logo. I need to update it. But I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining me today. I am going live for the first time just to, say hello to my people and see how you're doing. And also, just trying something new for the 2026 year. I am sitting at home relaxing in my PJs while I'm recording this episode. And I am recording this episode on actually the Thursday that it is going to drop because mama been busy. And I am sitting here sipping on me a little mimosa just to, help me get through this. But I hope you all are doing well. And as usual, I hope blessings are pouring your way. Thank you so much to all of my listeners who tune in each and every week to Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. You are very much appreciated. So I just been doing a lot lately with business wise because one of my goals for 2026 is to just expand and grow as a businesswoman because I'm very business minded. I've always had my hands in so many different pots and many business ventures. So I am going to keep that going and just, grind it out. And so I did want to talk about some things that I have going on this week. So this week has been a very busy week for me because your girl has notched a few little extra things off of my to-do list. I have become a licensed notary. Give it up for your girl. And yeah, so that was very interesting. It was not that bad to start up. I do need to do a little more research and to make sure that I have everything together and that I am learning how to market myself to my new customers who are going to be waiting for my wonderful services because your girl come through. So I'm gonna be making sure that I get my name out there. I'm still waiting on my stamp to officially arrive, but it is on the way. It shall be here at least by next week. I bought me a little cute little carry bag with put my little logo on it. I got me the notebook, the stamps, for the fingerprints. Um, what else? I also need to order me some business cards, but I am getting a business line set up today. So that's the only reason I don't have my cards on the way already. So I'm setting up my business phone line because I don't want people calling my regular phone all the time. So I do have that going on as well. Another thing that I am doing is um I am getting back into the mortgage loan officer industry. So I got my license squared away because I've been out of the field for a while, like literally since 2022. Yes, the year I had my baby, my last baby. So I'm just getting back into the field with the mortgage license. I am going to start a new job as well. So I do need that business line because I just need a dedicated line to where my business calls can flow through to keep it separate from, my kids and personal family and things. And then when I want to turn it off at night because I don't want any more, messages to come through, I can do that without missing important calls from my family. Um, so yeah, so your girl is a mortgage loan officer, property and casualty insurance holder, licensed notary. I also am a licensed cosmetologist and a mom and a wife and everything else. So I'm just trying to, grind it out. I'm trying to meet all of my goals for 2026. I am working hard. I'm putting in the work and I want all of this to pay off. I want my kids to look at me and feel inspired and know that their mom is doing the best that she can do to provide for them each and every day. So that's really important to me. I am working on, a few of my other goals that I've set this year with my fasting. I have completely, like, fell off the wagon with that, like, it's hard. It's hard to stay consistent for me. I gotta get back on it because, that's, my weight loss goal is very important to me. I needed to get it together, so, I'm working on that as well. And shout out to the people who I see that are on my live. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you, all of you. Thank you, and, also, I just wanna talk about, Black History Month. And I want to say that this month is to celebrate, all of the history and the things that we've accomplished. And I just want to make sure that everybody, at least try to learn something every day or and educate your kids with Black history. And, let's not forget about the people who helped pave the way. We have Black History Month because a lot of people were looked over that helped to shape America into what it is today. As what's going on with the economy in the country right now, where, people who are quote unquote immigrants are being under attack, they are a vital part to America. So I do feel like, we got to make sure that we show love to all of us, and we are basically immigrants because 'cause we're not from America, we were brought here, so, happy Black History Month to everybody, make sure you're educating yourself. This is also Valentine's month, so, hopefully everybody has a special someone, and even if you don't, be your own special someone. You don't need somebody to make you feel happy, and you don't need nobody to make you feel love. Love on yourself, because that's one thing about me is I'm gonna love on me, honey. I don't need nobody else to do it for me. I'm gonna love me. So, definitely. And hey, I see some people speaking to me in the chat. How y'all doing? Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I don't know where y'all are at, but it is, let me see, it's 9:50 a.m. where I am. So thank you for being up with me and tuning in. I appreciate it. But yeah, so definitely, I also want to shout out to my late mother-in-law. Her birthday was this past week. Happy birthday to you. Also shouting out to my cousin Heather, my cousin-in-law Heather, happy birthday. And then my little nephew, happy birthday to you, Jarvis Jr. I love you all very much. Um, oh, and y'all, I have a new little family member. It is such a cutie little pootie pie. I have a guinea pig, and we've had guinea pigs before, but I kind of have like, I've let my kids have their pets and I don't really deal with them too much, but I definitely was missing having a pet in the house, and I'm not really ready for the responsibility of a dog right now, which we will get in the future. But I did get a guinea pig, and y'all, I am so in love with this little guinea pig. Like, that is my little baby. His name is Twinkie. My little baby girl helped me name him. My oldest daughter, we was on video chat the whole time I was picking him out. So, she helped me decide what guinea pig to get. I had to go to 3 different pet stores to get him because the first pet store, they only had one, and I really didn't like the color because I wanted a kind of colorful one, and he was mostly white. And so I went to a second store, and they had the cutest little guinea pigs, and I was actually gonna get 2 because I just couldn't decide, and they ended up having freaking wingworms. So I was like, "Oh," and the lady was like, "Oh, I cannot sell them," which I'm glad she did that because I didn't wanna bring that home to my family. So that was good looking out. And then, so I sadly had to leave with nothing, and then I was just riding around, calling around, trying to see who had what because I didn't wanna just keep going to stores and they not have, any guinea pigs available because everybody was apparently running low on guinea pigs. They are hot and they are, like, going very rapidly right now. So I just happened to look to my left and I was at another pet store, so I was like, "Okay, let me go in here." So I was going to PetSmart and I wound up at Petco. That was my last stop. And they had so many female and male guinea pigs. And when I saw my little baby, I just knew I had to take him home with me. He is such a cutie pie. I will be posting him so that everyone can see him. But yes, it was just it was love at first sight. I definitely am going to end up getting another guinea pig because I don't need y'all to tell me. I know they work better in pairs. I have been showing him love and making sure that, we've been giving him attention. It's been a whole week that I've had him now. But the thing is, I had to order a bigger cage because I had a cage already, but this cage is way too small for 2 guinea pigs. So I did the responsible thing and I actually waited. Still waiting on this darn cage to come. Amazon is slow as crap, but once I get this new guinea pig cage that has more space, then I can work on getting another guinea pig. But definitely, that was enough about me. My week has been, my week is it's been great. It's been going good. I am grinding. Oh, I forgot another thing that I am now doing is I am getting my bookkeeping certification. So I just started that this week as well. So trying to become a certified bookkeeper, get my hands into that pot so that, I'm going to be a mortgage loan officer full time, but with being a mortgage loan officer, you're going to have up and down times. You're not going to always be making a lot of money, especially in the beginning. I already know it's going to be grind, 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 building relationships, trying to close loans, and it's going to be really hard. I have very good, extensive knowledge in the mortgage industry, but that's only going to take me so far. I'm going to have to get out there and grind and really make myself known to the people. So, because of that, I do want to have the notary side business and also be able to offer bookkeeping services. So that's another thing that I am working on completing. That's going to take me about 30 to 40 hours to complete to get certified in bookkeeping. So I'm working on that as well. So yes, busy, busy week. Your girl is grinding. I'm out here being a hustler. I'm also still being a content creator and I'm still getting this podcast to y'all week after week. I am not letting up on this podcast. So I am going to go ahead and end my live right now because I just wanted to, say hey to everybody. Thank you so much for, being a part of my channel and your support. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to continue on with my podcast. If you are interested in hearing more from me, please come to my other YouTube page. It is Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. That's my podcast. I've been going strong weekly for the last 15 weeks. This is episode 15. So if you love hearing from me and you're a little more interested in my life and what we have going on, I do have special guests that come on from time to time that join me on the podcast. My mom is like one of my number one uh guest host. I have her on the most. She's very funny. I love having conversations with her. I've had my children on. Looking for some more interviews to be able to just, expand my interviewing skills. So yeah, definitely please check out Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. And it's on all streaming platforms as well as YouTube. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in today. I love you all so much. I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Until next time, bye y'all. All right, so I just ended my live. It was really cool to go live while recording my podcast. I said I didn't want to be, on camera for my podcast, but I feel like, I need to draw in some more listeners and I'm trying to expand my reach. But my podcast is not going to be a visual podcast. So I hope that's okay with everybody. I really want you to listen and focus in on what I'm talking about and not worry about what I'm looking like, what my guests are looking like. It takes the pressure off of recording a podcast, knowing that you do not have a camera in your face that, is looking at your every move and all that. Because your girl had to get all dolled up and dressed up to be on this freaking camera today. And I ain't with doing that every day or every week, once a week. I am a little girly girl. I do like to get dolled up, but because my life has been so busy lately, I literally have been neglecting myself. I got to do better. I know that. So I am working on that. And let me see. I do want to go over, some things that's going on around us this week. So there was a sad passing that I saw that happened recently. Lamont from Sanford and Son, the son from Sanford and Son, he actually passed away recently. So I want to say RIP to him. I really loved him and his little quippy attitude on the show. He was just like always grumpy, always over his dad and his shenanigans. He was just like, ugh, his dad just really got on his nerves so bad. And he always had so many ideas, but then they would be dumb ideas. And then his dad would be like, see, I told you, dummy. Like he was the first dumb, like son character I feel like we had on TV. So I definitely want to say, rest in peace to, his real name is Grady Damon Wilson. He passed away at 79 on January 30th. RIP to you. Your memory will definitely, live on forever because that is an amazing show. I remember watching that show as a kid with my mom. That was really like a real funny show. Like I really, really enjoyed it. So definitely he will be missed, but his legacy will live on forever. That's one thing about, when you're a part of, so many big things and you have a a following and people are going to remember you forever for certain things that you do, good or bad. So remember that. You don't want to be remembered for certain things, then don't do it, okay? Because we're gonna not let it die down, okay? Anyway, so yes, RIP to him. Another thing that is going on is I am really, very sad about this, but Sherry Shepherd's show is getting canceled. Like, why? I really love Sherry Shepherd. She has such like a bubbly, welcoming, loving personality. And I hate when people like, oh, she took over Wendy Williams' show or she stole Wendy Williams' show. She did not steal Wendy Williams' show. Wendy Williams had health problems and she was not able to continue on with her show. And because of that, they allowed, Sherry Shepherd to step in and get her own show. It had nothing to do with Wendy. So I don't like the narrative that she, stole her show from her or something like that. Like that's really crazy and wild. Um, but I'm sorry, Sherry, that you are losing your show. But I have heard like a lot of people say that, podcasts are in and she can just take her show over to a podcast kind of setup that is very low cost and she can get her cameraman and her crew to like quickly set that up and be able to you know keep her show going on her podcast. I really think she should do that because Sherry Shepherd, girl, you really have a gift. I really enjoy watching your show and I didn't watch it every day, but I would always turn on the news and then when the news goes off her show automatically came on and so I would catch it and I never saw an episode where I was like, "Oh, she's so boring. I don't like her." So she really has a niche and she needs to keep it going, like figure out how to pivot from this situation. Yeah, you may not be on TV anymore, but girl, podcasts are now on Netflix. So let's go ahead and get the Sherry Shepherd Show podcast up on Netflix. Join Black Effect with Charlemagne the God and shout me out too, because Charlemagne, I'm trying to get on the Black Effect. You know what I'm saying? Help a sister out. I'm keep me in your thoughts because I'm working towards becoming good enough to be on the Black Effect. I know I gotta get my audience up and my listeners and all of that. So I'm working on it. I'm working. So also sadly in the news, we are facing another government shutdown. Really sick and tired of this. Really don't feel like dealing with this again. Like it is really like it's really annoying that we are possibly having to deal with this yet again. Like, I don't know, but I just hope that they're able to work it out so that we don't have the government shut down again. We really don't need to deal with this for a second time. It was terrible what happened last year, and I don't want the American people to have to go through that again because people are still digging themselves out of the holes from the last time. Like, come on, y'all got to get it together. And I do want to, shout out everyone at the Grammys. Like, congratulations to everybody. So the host of the Grammys, that was live on February 1st, and y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, I did not watch it because I don't really ever watch the Grammys because I don't really care like that. But shout out to Trevor Noah. I heard that he was the host. I also heard that he has a boyfriend that don't nobody know about. So allegedly, Trevor Noah is gay. And if you are gay, Trevor, don't nobody care. Like it's okay to be gay. It's even okay to be a little gay. You can be a little gay, a lot of gay. We don't really care. Be who you are. I am so sick and tired of people being scared in 2026 to be gay. If you gay, you gay. And I really don't care who don't like it. Be who you are. Like you get to love who you want to love. Nobody's going to tell me who to be with. So you shouldn't let nobody tell you who to be with. I don't care what you decide to do with your life. What you do in your bedroom is your business. And yeah, he does not need to tell us publicly if he is gay. But I also just want people to understand that you do not have to be ashamed of being gay. Who cares who's not going to accept it? You have to be authentic and live in your truth so that no one else can out you. Like everybody keep getting outed because people are scared to take off that veil and show who they really are. And if you live in your truth, then nobody can, out you. It's just like Luther Vandross. We had no idea that he was gay. And I'm not gonna say who, but there was somebody that I heard that said, that it makes them feel a little different about his music because they know he's singing to a man versus a woman. And I'm just like, what? Like, are you crazy? Luther Vandross is one of my favorite, favorite old school artists of all time. I love him down. I listen to him almost weekly, if not daily, because his music gives me such good feelings. I don't give a damn if he was singing to the sky. I don't care if he was singing to fish in the sea. I don't care who he was singing to. He sang his heart out. Okay? That's all that matter to me is them vocals. Like I look at people's talent, not necessarily who they are or what they do with their life because one has nothing to do with the other. I will still listen to R. Kelly because R. Kelly got some slaps, okay? No, I do not approve of what he did, but I love his music. Music, moves you. And I know a lot of people will be like, yeah, because that's the devil's music and it's moving you in a sinful way. I don't believe in that. I believe that music is a soul feeder, and I don't believe that everything is demonic. Okay. Everything is not demonic. And I hate that narrative that people try to put on things that, just try to make it something that is not. If you don't serve the devil, then you don't serve the devil. I don't see how you listening to a song is going to make you. I mean, I guess some music is, kind of dark and can make you like want to do things that you wouldn't normally do. But singing about love and singing about happiness is, and singing about having fun and getting down and all that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So I'm just gonna, put that out there. And I am very very in tune with my spiritual self. But I feel like people who go to church religiously sometimes are a little cynical of real life. Like they're a little bit too deep into the sauce. And I'm going to tell you something. The Bible is not perfect. Like they did not do everything right. There was family members marrying each other and there was people marrying sisters and having babies back and forth with them and competitions and brothers backstabbing brothers and like even people from back then sinned like even they, and they were blessed by God. They still were blessed by God. God didn't say, oh, because you did this, I'm not going to bless you. He still blessed them and blessed their families for nations. And he still did not turn his back on people who sin. So we need to stop being like, oh, because you do this and because you do that, you're worshiping the devil. No, it just means that you're an imperfect person living in an imperfect world. And yes, we all have flaws. Who cares? Where is your heart? Where's your heart? Because if your heart is in the right place, then that's all that matters for me. I'm sorry. And people that are Bible thumpers, they probably not going to agree. That's fine. I think this old school way of, living and teaching from the Bible is sometimes a little antiquated and it's outdated and we need to get over it. Like, don't be so serious on yourself all the time. You can have a balance of being holy and righteous and also, being a regular person. I feel like we should have natural balances of that. And there are people who do it and they still will condemn you. They still will look down on you, and it's a little wild to me, but hey, to each his own. I believe in God. I serve him. I try to live out the best things about the Bible. I'm not going to, subscribe to the foolishness of the Bible. I'm just not going to do it. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to follow that part of the Bible. But what I will follow is being a good person and making sure that you take care of the people around you, being kind, being loving, being helpful. Those are the things that I am going to take from the Bible. I am going to pick and choose because to me, that's all that matters is that what kind of person you are at the end of the day. Even if you make mistakes, Sometimes those mistakes build your character and they make you a better person than someone who has their nose in the air looking down on you and feeling like they've never made a mistake. And when in reality they have, they just don't want anybody to know about it. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I can go on and on about these fake Christians out here in the world. And I do want to shout out Pastor Matthew from Kingdom Builders Family Church or Kingdom Builders Fellowship Church. I said that wrong. But shout out to Pastor Matthew Little because I got a word from him this Wednesday for his Wednesday night in the Word Bible study. He is such a grounded pastor. Now he is a little strict, but he also is grounded as in not just being so into the church that he does not know how to reach back. He works with the youth, so he does have that connection, and he doesn't let that overshadow his belief in God. But I just love one of the things that he said is that, it doesn't matter how big your church is. Sometimes God is not speaking through the preacher or the pastor who is preaching to you. And that is very true. Like, just because you have a huge church does not mean that you are up there preaching the word of God and that you're making God feel proud and honoring him and his word because you have a massive following. There are people who follow the worst people in the world, and we know that. So, Donald Trump has fans, and Donald Trump probably has more fans than some of these real good pastors that's out there. And that don't mean that he's a better person. That just means that there's a lot of fools that follow him. That's just what it is, and that doesn't make it right or wrong. But I love that he pointed that out, that all these pastors are not chosen by God. They are just put in this position, and they have a following, and just because you have a following does not mean that you need to be followed. Do not get it twisted. Now I do like Kingdom Builders Fellowship Church, KBFC, is the acronym for that. I do love going to their church. It's just too far away. I'm just gonna be honest. It's early in the morning and it's too far away. And no, that's not an excuse, but the way my life is set up right now, it's not something easy for me to do. I work late nights, which hopefully is gonna turn around now that I am starting these new business ventures, but I work super late. I really work second shift, and to work second shift and then have to get up super early and try to get my whole family together to go to church on a Sunday and driving in Atlanta traffic is just not one of those things that, is the most easy for me. So I have 2 church, homes basically. I attend, KBFC online, and then I also attend, Change Church in person in Gwinnett because it's just closer to me, and it's a little more easier. There's multiple church times, so I don't have to go to the 9 a.m. service. I can go to the 11 AM service, be able to get some full rested sleep and then get up with my family, take them to church, and then, be able to go about our day. And, I do appreciate having 2 churches, and Change Church is a mega church, but I also feel like there is an anointing on that building. I don't think that, he is out here being flashy and trying to, be like some of these mega churches, they really are sketchy. They really are, and you have to be careful with who you have feeding your soul. But, shout out to Pastor Darius Daniels. I really do enjoy, you know, his teachings that he gives to us. I love that he asks you, even though he's a mega church, he's not out here asking you to give him all your money. He wants you to give from your heart. And I love that he emphasizes that because he does not want you to feel obligated to give him a certain amount. And his church people give to him abundantly because he's not forcing it. I know there was another church recently telling their members how much money they needed and then categorizing them based on how much money they could donate. Like, how embarrassing. That would have been my first and last day at that church. Like, seriously. Because honestly, I'm not able to always donate to the church because I don't have it like that. I live paycheck to paycheck, and it's sometimes I have extra money, sometimes I don't have extra money. So to have to feel obligated to donate to church is wild. Like, I would not be at a church like that. I don't care what you feel like God is doing through that church. It's crazy. Anyway, though, I'm gonna get off of the church families right now. Um, I do wanna shout out I didn't even I don't know how I got all off. I was talking about the Grammys and I done got all off subject, but, so this was the 68th annual Grammy Awards. The record of the year went to Luther by, dang, what's his name? Kendrick Lamar, and it was featuring SZA, so shout out to them. Album of the year went to Debbie Tre're Mas Photos. I don't even know who that is. Debbie Terra Mas Photos. I don't know. Song of the year was Wildflower. I have no idea who that is. Best new artist is Olivia Dean. I also do not know who that is. But congratulations to all the winners. And let's see. Oh, so the album of the year was Bad Bunny. Lord help me, but I don't know nothing about Bad Bunny. I'm not even gonna lie. So that's what that was. It was Terrar Mas Photos. I am butchering that, I know. So shout out Bad Bunny for the album of the year. And then song of the year was Wildflower by Billie Eilish. Okay, I don't know much about Billie Eilish. And then Phineas O'Connell, but I do know my daughter loves Billie Eilish. So shout out to her. Best new artist, Olivia Dean. Have no idea who that is, but Leon Thomas was in that category. I know a little bit about Leon. The rest of these, I don't even know. Like I'm not in the mix like that. I don't know half of these people. Messy by Lola Young. I have no idea what that is. Best pop duo group performance is Defying Gravity by Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. I might know this song, but I don't really know. I don't know. I'm so out of touch with everything. That's why I don't really watch the Grammys. I watch the BET Awards because I know most of them people, but I still don't know half of these new people with BET Awards. For Best R&B Performance, Folded by Kalani. Okay, Kate. Oh wait, it's Kaylani, right? Kaylani. I think that's how you say her name. Congrats, Kaylani. I know who Kaylani is. And oh, Summer Walker was nominated. Heart of a Woman. That is my song. Is the heart of a woman. And Leon Thomas, Chris Brown. Ooh. And I didn't even know Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller got a song out. See, I'm just all out the mix. I need to get it together. Best traditional R&B performance winner was Vibes Don't Lie by Leon Thomas. Makes sense. Love some Leon. Best R&B song winner was Folded. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Lonnie took home a few awards. Best progressive R&B album was Bernard with Bloom. I don't know who that is, but shout out. Best R&B album winner was Mutt by Leon Thomas. Good job, Leon. Tiana Taylor was nominated. Ledisi, Coco Jones, and Giveon. Oh, I hate Tiana didn't win. Best rap performance was Chains and Whips. We don't need no more of that Black History Month with Chains and Whips. Come on now. But that was Clips, Pusha T, and Malice featuring Kendrick Lamar and Pharrell. Um, Best melody, I can't even talk. Best melodic rap performance went to Kendrick Lamar and SZA with Luther. Best rap song winner, TV Off, and we know that song. I love that song. Turn the TV off, turn the TV on. Best rap album winner was Kendrick Lamar. You go, Kendrick Lamar, for GNX. He just steady winning awards. Y'all can't say he ain't at the top. He said, F the big three. It's just big me. And he was in his nominees for best rap album was Tyler the Creator, Jid or JID, Glorilla, Big Glow, Clips, Pusha T, and Malice. Where is Cardi B? Cardi B wasn't nominated for no rap stuff. Dang. I thought this was the best album ever. Why she ain't get no Grammy noms? That's really crazy. So best spoken word poetry album. I cannot talk, y'all, and it's probably because I'm sipping on this mimosa. My words is just sounding like I'm a 2-year-old, but Mad Skills won the Best Spoken Word Poetry Album for Words for Days, Volume 2, and I can't get my words out for nothing. Best jazz performance, okay, Come Through Jazz is Windows Live by Chick Corea, Christian McBride, and Brian Blade. Shout outs. Best jazz vocal album was Samara Joy for Portraits. And best jazz instrumental album was Southern Nights, Marcus Gilmore. Best large jazz ensemble album was Christian McBride Big Band Without Further Ado, Volume 1. Best Latin jazz album a tribute to Benny Moore and Nat King Cole. And oh my gosh, y'all, it's too many. Okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm sorry. I was trying to shout out everybody. Shout out to all the Grammy winners and all of the people who were nominated. Shout out to you too. I am so proud of everybody. Also, shout out to everybody who performed at the Grammys. I literally cannot tell you anything about nothing about that happened at the Grammys. I can tell you who the best performer was, who was the best dressed. That's what I need to start paying attention to, who on that red carpet and seeing these looks, honey, because y'all be slaying the looks. So I don't know, who did what as far as performing, but shout out to everybody who made it to the Grammys, who was able to perform, and also to everybody who took home awards. And you're even awarded if you're nominated. Don't feel slighted. You was nominated, so you still was in there. You know what I mean? And shout out to Nicki Minaj because she's still mad about the Grammys. She hate the Grammys. What they call it? The scammies. She call it the scammies because she hasn't won a Grammy. Nicki, I'm so tired of hearing about her too right now. But I just want to say, like, a Grammy does not make you a great artist. It is an award that people choose to give to you, and sometimes people are overlooked. Like, I really feel like I'm always overlooked at jobs, and it's okay. It doesn't take away from my talent and the person that I am. So, so what that you're overlooked. Just don't feed too much into it. Yes, everybody want to win a Grammy, but if you don't win a Grammy, you're still who you are. Now, you have knocked yourself down a few pegs because, girl, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you lately. You definitely having a Kanye complex that you're gonna have to come back and apologize for later because ain't nobody gonna be feeling you right now. Ain't nobody checking for that album. So I'm glad that you decided not to put it out because it would have been a flop and you would have been very upset that you didn't even beat Cardi's numbers for her last album. Because I think that's why you want to drop an album to show that you can out sell Cardi again and again and again. But don't do it because we definitely not about to be checking for you. You've lost a lot of fans with your little rants and all the things that you've been doing lately. Gone too far. You're gone too far. And we ain't taking it back. We ain't taking that back. We ain't trying to hear from you right now. So go ahead, sit your little happy ass down somewhere. You and your Ken Barbie with your son. Enjoy your time with your family. Like, we don't got time for that. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick, because I'm about to wrap this up. We're going on too long. I'm trying to make this 30 minutes and I just been rambling with all that Grammy stuff. I really went too far. But I just want to talk about this real quick because I saw a post about Glorilla and her sister was like talking about how she ain't talking about how she didn't like reach back out to her family and she not taking care of them and they suffering and this and that right now. And I just want to say, ma'am, let me tell you something. It is her decision 100% on who she takes care of with her success. It is her success. It's not anybody else's. And nobody is obligated to look out for their family. Yes, it's good if they do, but they are not obligated. But I also want to say that sometimes your family does not support you when you are on the grind and you are up and coming. It is very hard. And I know people have their own lives and people have things to do, but sometimes it's certain family members that don't even support you. Like, I'm just not even gonna lie. Like, there are some of my family members that ain't never liked the post, ain't ever listened to one episode of my podcast, ain't ever, done anything in support of me. But best believe if I take off, they're gonna be all in my mentions. Ooh, can I get an episode? Ooh, can I do this? I can't get nobody to do an episode now. And not nobody, because there's been family members I've done episodes with, but I'm talking about like right now, it's not a big thing. Like, ain't nobody trying to be on the podcast too much. They ain't lining up to be on my podcast, but let me blow up and I'm going to have a line out the building looking for this and looking for that. And I'm just going to say, don't nobody owe y'all nothing. Don't nobody owe y'all nothing. It's just, it is what it is. The people who have been there from the beginning, the people who have been showing love constantly, those are the ones that are going to be able to reap the benefits. Them people that's been acting like they too good to listen and participate and reach out. You don't know what Glorilla had to go through to get to where she is and how many family members didn't support her. You know what I mean? Do any of them buy any of her albums? Like, if my family member was rich, I do not care. I am buying their album because I want to show support. I want to show support, even if I'm just buying one album. Show your freaking support to your family because you never know where it's going to lead. And when it pop off, don't be the first one sitting there with your hands out looking for a hands out. Anyway, but y'all, I have ranted and raved enough. Enough is enough. I want to say thank you all again for continuing to tune in to Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Remember, this is Black History Month. We need to be celebrating Black history. We need to be educating ourselves on those who paved the way and made things possible for us. Shout out to everyone who fought for our freedoms, MLK, Malcolm X, and the list goes on and on. I want to thank all of the people who came before us that made Black history a thing. The reason why we celebrate Black history. I want to say thank you for that. Also, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I will be back again before the Valentine's holiday comes, but also happy Valentine's Day. And don't worry if you don't have a Valentine, be your own Valentine because you got you. You love you. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you like you take care of you. So remember that. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. To the people who do tune in, to the people who don't tune in, screw you with no Vaseline, no Diddy. Anyway, but thank you so much for chatting it. Thank you so much for chatting it up with Mrs. B. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. And until next time, bye.